Have you ever wondered how one small act, just a single moment of kindness, can change someone's entire life? Today, I'm going to tell you a story about a little boy, a lonely old man, and how one simple gesture brought a smile that no one had seen in years. So stay with me till the end, because what happens next will make you rethink the power of small kindnesses. There was a little boy named Aram, just 8 years old. Curious, playful, full of energy, and always noticing things adults often ignore. In the same neighborhood lived Mr. Hassan, a retired man in his late 70s who had lived in the same small house for decades, but after his wife passed away, his days became quiet, too quiet, and he rarely spoke, rarely smiled, and hardly left his home. Neighbors would say, "Poor old man, he's lonely." And Aram, being a child, didn't quite understand loneliness, but he did notice the old man sitting by his window, staring at nothing day after day. Aram's mother would sometimes warn him, "Don't bother him, son. He likes to be alone." But Aram, with the pure heart of a child, thought, maybe he's just sad, maybe he needs a friend. And that thought planted a tiny idea in his mind. A very small idea, but one that would soon grow into something big. One afternoon, Aram was walking home from school, his backpack heavy, his shoes dusty from the playground, when he saw Mr. Hassan in his garden, struggling to water the plants. The old man was bent over, moving slowly, clearly tired, the watering can heavy, the sun harsh, and yet he tried, because these plants were all he had left that reminded him of his wife. Aram hesitated for a moment, remembering what his mother said, "Don't bother him." But then he thought, he's struggling, I can help. What's the worst that could happen? So he ran up to him and said, "Excuse me, sir, can I help you with that?" The old man looked up, startled. He had not had anyone speak to him with kindness in years, maybe decades. His eyes narrowed slightly, confused. Who is this child? Why is he speaking to me? But before he could answer, Aram had already taken the watering can and started pouring water over the plants. Careful, gentle, as if he had been doing this all his life. Mr. Hassan didn't know what to say. He wanted to scold the boy at first. "Go play, don't bother me." But something in Aram's eyes, that innocent look of genuine care, stopped him. And that was the first moment. The first crack in the wall of loneliness Mr. Hassan had built around himself. Days passed, and Aram kept visiting, sometimes helping with the garden, sometimes just sitting with Mr. Hassan, talking about school, cartoons, and football. And the old man, who had barely spoken to anyone in months, found himself laughing, small chuckles at first, then full smiles. And one rainy afternoon, Aram came running with a small umbrella and found Mr. Hassan sitting on his porch, staring at the gray sky, and he said, "Sir, don't get wet, come on, let's sit under the umbrella." And that day, something incredible happened. Mr. Hassan smiled, a real smile, the kind that reaches your eyes and touches your soul. He hadn't smiled like that in years, not for neighbors, not for friends, not even for family, but for this little boy, this child who didn't know about loneliness, sadness, or the weight of life. He smiled. That smile was more than just an expression. It was a release, a small spark that lit up the dark corners of his heart. And in that moment, Mr. Hassan realized he had been waiting unconsciously for someone to remind him that life could still be beautiful. While Aram had no idea he was doing something extraordinary. To him it was just helping an old man, being nice, doing the right thing. But that small act, that simple kindness, changed everything. Weeks turned into months, and Mr. Hassan started opening up, sharing stories of his youth, showing Aram old photographs, and even baking cookies together, their bond growing slowly, naturally, beautifully. And Aram's parents noticed a change too. Mr. Hassan would greet them warmly, talk to neighbors, and even help out in the community, something he hadn't done in years. And all of this because one small child decided to show care. The lesson is simple but powerful. Kindness doesn't need to be grand to be life-changing. A smile, a helping hand, a few minutes of your time. Sometimes that's all it takes to bring hope to someone who has almost given up. So next time you see someone struggling, an elder carrying a heavy bag, a child sitting alone, a stranger looking lost, remember Aram and Mr. Hassan. You don't need a reason to be kind. You don't need a plan, just one small act, one small choice, and you might change someone's life forever. Ask yourself, what small kindness can I offer today? Because sometimes, it's not the big gestures, but the tiniest actions that leave the deepest marks. And maybe, just maybe, Your small act of kindness could be someone's reason to smile. And remember, the world can be heavy, cold, and lonely, but even the smallest light of kindness can warm a heart, heal a soul, and change a life forever.